This is the window that we finally know the entire picture of the World Cup. Well, besides Iran, whom we don't know whether they are going to show up or not, but that's an entirely different story. Yes, both of the playoff tournaments go down this week on Thursday. There are teams who have never made it before. There are traditional powers or chronic qualifiers who could extend their qualification failure runs. I'm just excited to finally have the full picture soon. There will be no more speculation when talking about the groups. Well, if Italy makes it, then blah, blah, blah. But if it's Northern Ireland or Wales, then yada, yada, yada. You know, no more of that. We will know for sure. So guys, let's run through the Intercontinental playoff, the FIFA tournament, then run through the European tournament as well pretty quickly. Really, really excited to cover this World Cup for you guys. A World Cup in my own nation. And I'm really working toward bringing you guys some coverage like I never have before. But anyway, let's go. So as you guys know by now, this tournament is taking place in Mexico, and there will be two teams coming from it. Think of it as two separate tournaments that have three teams in each of them. DR Congo and Iraq as the highest ranked teams. Each were advanced to a final and will play the winner of one of the semis. The winner from Iraq's playoff will be placed in the group of death alongside France, Senegal, and Norway. The winner of DR Congo's playoff will be placed in Group K with Portugal, Uzbekistan, and Colombia. So, my lights are out. Sorry, it's been happening a lot lately. So neither group is desirable, at least when it comes to trying to advance. You'd get to play some fantastic teams though. You know, the experience would be unbelievable. So let's start with the Iraq half of the bracket, as they will play against the winner of the Suriname versus Bolivia match. Now, Suriname is another country similar to Curaçao, who I did a big video on, that is filled with players that were born in the Netherlands, amongst other European countries. There's also a Belgian in there as well, who opted to play for Suriname due to their lineage allowing them to do so. Of the entire squad that was listed on Transfermarkt, there were just 3 fellas who were actually born in Suriname. They were kind of a spongy team in qualifying. There were plenty of matches where they would basically rope-a-dope their opponents, taking tons of shots, relying on Vaesen in goal, and squeaking out results. There were 2 matches where their opponents had 24 plus attempts. Crazy. They played defensive, tried to hit on the counter as much as they could, and they scored goals, to be fair to them. Bolivia are an incredibly strange team. Well, not really. Their playbook is plain to see. They are great at playing at home at El Alto, where they have a chance at beating anybody. Seriously, they beat Brazil at home. They beat Colombia at home. They held Uruguay to a draw. They always have a chance at El Alto. They are altitude merchants with some solid talents in there as well, such as Miguelito Terceros. But when they go abroad, their record isn't great. In 2025, they played 5 friendlies, 4 of them were away, and they lost every single one without scoring a goal. In their 6 qualifying matches in 2025, 3 matches away, 3 losses, 2 wins, and a draw at home. That away record does give hope to Suriname. Would love to see Suriname make it through, and if their defense stands strong and they continue the qualifying playbook, then they could pull this off, especially since they have a new defensive midfielder in Bogard and a striker in Joel Pirro, who plays for Leeds. Geraldo Becker is also scoring and assisting at Mainz, improving every match. You know what? I think Suriname could pull this off. It will be close, but I'll go with them. Why not? Bolivia is sponsored by High Altitude. They are powered by High Altitude. And with the improvements to Suriname, I think they can sneak it. In the final against Iraq, Iraq has a good team. And the squad that was called out for this match was has the exact fellas that you'd want to be in there, but they are a bit inconsistent, I find. It was touch and go against UAE in that final, but they pulled it out in the end. Now, beyond the talents that they have, which for me puts them above both Bolivia and Suriname, is their coach. Graham Arnold twice coached Australia, and in the latter stint coached them through the Intercontinental playoffs to qualify for the 22 World Cup in Qatar. So he's been here before. He has plenty of experience in coaching against teams from outside of his own team's confederation. And while his style of play wasn't really celebrated for its beauty, it was effective. He coached Australia to the round of 16 at the World Cup after beating both Denmark and Tunisia in the group stage. And they nearly got that equalizer against Argentina late on as well. Imagine. So I think Arnold's experience will get it done. They're fresh off of winning the Arab Cup. I think Iraq will qualify. The other side, the other tournament, DR Congo are in the final. They are actually the highest ranked team in this tournament, or 2 tournaments if you want to look at it that way. And they have a great squad under Sébastien Desabre. They will play against the winners of Jamaica and New Caledonia. Now this should be a layup for Jamaica, but if Jamaica have proven anything over the last few years, it's that they are completely chaotic and their federation is in shambles. And it sounds crazy even questioning whether they can beat New Caledonia, but if there ever was a time for an upset, and if there ever was a team that could be on the wrong side of that upset, that could facilitate it, then it would be this version of Jamaica. But who are New Caledonia? They play in the Oceania Football Confederation, a French territory off of the east coast of Australia. And in the OFC qualifying final, they lost 3-0 to New Zealand. Their population is just over 260,000, and within their squad, there is only a handful of professional players, such as Angelo Fulgini, who previously played for France at the youth levels. He's a recent addition going into this playoff, as he's a solid playmaker at Al Tawoun. Hawagene and Athale all play professionally as well, but beyond that, the squad is filled with semi-pro guys who have day jobs. But as I was saying, Jamaica is a bit insane right now. Steve McLaren got them to this point and then resigned due to the chaos at the federation level. They also will be without Mikel Antonio ever since his car accident in December of 2024. He's been trying to get back to his best football-wise, but they have the others you'd expect to see, such as Leon Bailey, some new faces sprinkled throughout as well. Jamaica should win. But if you see this match at 0-0 in the second half, then it's time to, sit up, take notice, because then anything can happen and we could see a New Caledonia surprise. But again, Jamaica should win. Now, the thing is, no matter who makes the final, they are going to have a very, very difficult time up against DR Congo. They got fourth in the 2023 AFCON. They went out against Algeria in extra time in the 2025 AFCON, but in 2025, of the 14 matches they played in total, they won all of them but 3. 2 of those were draws, and their one loss was a 3-2 loss to Senegal in the World Cup qualification, 87th minute winner from Pape Sarr. That loss to Algeria in 2025 was actually in 2025 AFCON in 2026. You have a lot of attacking talent in this team. Visa, Bakambu, Banza Mbuku has been in great form for Montpellier in Ligue 2 in 2026. At the back, Chancel Mbemba is the leader of the side in general, not just at the back. Twanzebe, Masuaku, all this to say DR Congo are really good, and they will likely win no matter who they end up playing. I'll go with DR Congo for this side. Yeah, I guess the 2 highest seeded teams, the teams who got a bye to the final, are who I see getting through. If there is to be an upset, I think it could be on the Iraq side of things. I just can't see it happening against DR Congo. All right, so I have spoken of the UEFA playoff path in the past, or the paths, but let's go ahead and run through it once again. In Path A, Italy are trying to avoid missing their 3rd consecutive World Cup in a row, which is not words that I ever thought would leave my mouth. They play Northern Ireland, and the winner of that plays against the winner of Wales versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. Gotta remember, Italy slumped in 2010 and 2014 as well. But anyway, starting with Wales and Bosnia and Herzegovina, I see the Bosnians as getting past Wales. Wales, for me, are nice in the attack, but I do not trust that defense right now. They are not the same Wales from years ago that were so difficult to play against. Bosnia is, in fact, that team that is difficult to play against, a bit negative at times, but if Barbarez gets the tactics right, if they get someone like Dedic on the ball, he can create chances for the forwards from the wide areas. Edin Dzeko's still in there. Can he do something still? 6 goals and 3 assists since moving to Schalke in January. He's in form. Bosnia, I think they make it through. Italy versus Northern Ireland. Look, the Schadenfreude and people wanting to see Italy fail for the 3rd time is real. Who knows? Maybe they will, but it won't be against Northern Ireland. Italy have been unconvincing, yes, but I fully expect them to beat Northern Ireland. They will make it through, and I believe they will make it past Bosnia and Herzegovina as well. The winner of this path goes into group with Canada, Qatar, and Switzerland. Path B, you have Ukraine versus Sweden and Poland versus Albania. Poland are playing at home against Albania, and despite Albania proving in previous qualification cycles and at European Championships that they can be very, very difficult opponents, I think Poland absolutely have a good enough team to make it past them. Poland were very good in World Cup qualifying. All of this despite Probier's and Lewandowski's dispute, which you might remember. Jan Urban took over in the summer, and they didn't lose a single match in qualifying after that. On the other side, Ukraine versus Sweden. Sweden, who are coached by Graham Potter, they have been underperforming for a bit here, but I think they will just sneak past Ukraine, but will lose to Poland. From 2021 all the way back to 1991, Poland didn't win a single game against Sweden. However, the two nations are heading in different directions, or at least heading in the same direction, but Poland is just operating at a higher level under Jan Urban. Poland to win, in my opinion, and qualify. If they do, they'd be in the group alongside Japan, Tunisia, and the Netherlands, of whom they shared a qualification group with. Path C, you have Turkey versus Romania and Slovakia versus Kosovo. Now, Turkey, I'm trying to get used to calling them that, get in the habit of that. But yes, they are the team to beat in this path. Incredibly talented. Güler and Yildiz in particular are just getting better and better and better. Yildiz has been dribbling out of situations that he has no business retaining the ball from, then putting in a great pass, scoring himself, doing both. I mean, Güler, we've seen his quality at Real, putting the ball on a plate for his teammates, unreal strike on him as well from distance, which we've seen him score in major tournaments. Romania provided some fun at Euro 2024, but I think this Turkish side is just far too strong. Slovakia versus Kosovo. I want to see Kosovo win because of what a huge story that would be. A new football nation, in quotations. Absolutely nothing against Slovakia. I mean, I don't really care who makes it through, right? But just for the story alone, Kosovo would be fantastic. But I think that Slovakia may pull it out, and the winner will have to face Turkey. And I believe Turkey will win and will be placed in Group D with USA, Paraguay, and Australia. Bad luck to those teams who basically get like a higher ranked pot team than they should. And finally, Path D, the final path, Denmark versus North Macedonia and Czechia versus Republic of Ireland. North Macedonia made a splash in the last qualification. 4 years ago, they defeated Italy in their first playoff match, ended up losing to Portugal in the next one, but still, they claimed the head of Italy and condemned them to 2 World Cups in a row that they had failed to qualify for. However, I think that Denmark are too strong. They were so close to finishing ahead of Scotland, but they fumbled that game late on. What a game that was, though, eh? One of the most enjoyable from the UEFA qualification cycle. So yeah, they beat North Macedonia in my opinion. Czechia taking on the Republic of Ireland. I mean, they were in Portugal's group, so I saw a lot of Republic of Ireland. Troy Parrott, just absolutely unbelievable in those final matches. A hero, a national hero. And I think Republic of Ireland get the win there. Then they would play the final against Denmark at home. That's an entirely different kettle of fish, right? Republic of Ireland playing at home, I think they can do it. I have parrot brain, I guess, but he was cleared to play. Hopefully the injury he was carrying doesn't inhibit him too much. So yes, should they win, Republic of Ireland will be in Group A with South Africa, Mexico, and Korea Republic, which is a gorgeous group, isn't it? Group of life. Anyone could potentially beat anyone. Okay, guys, relatively long video. Well, I've done much longer than this. But yes, thank you for watching. Excited to cover this World Cup for you. And I will see you in another video very soon. Take care, guys.